Okay, Wednesday, subtracting fractions. Okay, so we are going to start with this word problem. Lucy needs 2/3 of a pound of apples for a fruit salad. So far, she has sliced 1/3 of a pound of apples. What fraction of the apples still needs to be sliced? So we're looking for the apples that still need to be sliced. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use a hexagon for our whole. So here's one whole. And because we're working with thirds, we know that those are my rhombus. I am going to cover the hexagon with 2 rhombi because that's what I need. I need 2 1/3 pound of apples. Okay, so remember there's one whole and a whole is equal to 3 out of 3, but I only need 2/3 pounds of apples. So the fraction is representing what fraction? So the fraction represents 2/3 of a whole. So here the 2 rhombi are representing the fraction of a pound of apples, or the amount of apples Lucy needs to slice for her fruit salad. So we're going to go ahead and use our pattern blocks to solve it. So we know she already sliced 1. So I'm going to take away 1 to show what she has already sliced. So how many does she still need to slice? Well, we have 1/3 left. So the 1/3 represents the fraction of apples that Lucy still needs to slice. Okay, so let's go ahead and sketch this out. Okay, so just to show how we can represent it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this out. So here is my hexagon and here are my rhombi in my hexagon. My hexagon is representing my whole, my apples. Okay, so she needs 2/3. So here's 1/3 and 1/3. There's your 2/3. And she already sliced 1/3. So I'm going to go ahead and cross that out. And I have 1/3 left. I can also represent this as 2/3 minus 1/3 equals 1/3. Okay, so we will continue subtracting. We will continue to use pattern blocks to find the difference for each of the fraction subtraction problems below. Then we're going to shade the fraction model and use the number line to show how we solved it. Okay, so here we need our sixths. So we know that those are my triangles because it takes 6 triangles to make one hexagon. So it takes 6 pieces to make a whole. Okay, so let's go ahead and trace that. Okay, so here my triangles are representing 6. So I need 5 6. 5 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 6. So that is what I have, 5 6. Now I'm going to take away 2 6. I'm going to cross them out. What do I have left over? 1, 2, 3, 6. On your number line, you start at 5 6 and you're going to take away 2 6. So here's 1 6 and 2 6. So this model, this number line is showing you you had 5 6 and you took away 2 6 and you have 3 6 left. So let's go ahead and shade it on our fraction bars. We're going to shade in 5 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 6. From 5 6, we are going to take away 2 6. 1, 2. Your answer is 1, 2, 3 out of 6. The next model, 2/3 minus 1/3. So here you're going to use the rhombi again, the rhombus. So I need 3 rhombi. And I'm going to label them. I need 2/3. So I can do it this way too. 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3. And then I'm only using 2/3. So I'm going to shade what I have. And now I'm going to take away 1/3. What do I have left? I am left with 1/3. So I can model this on my number line. I start at 2/3 and I take away 1/3, which equals to 1/3. Let's go ahead and shade our fraction bars. We're going to shade in 2/3 because that is what I have. I have 2/3. I take away 1/3 and I have 1/3 left over. We have 4/6. So again, you can draw your triangles. And we have 4/6. So let's label 4/6. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to label all of them. I'm going to label my 6/6, and then I'm going to shade in 4/6 to represent what I have. 1, 2, 3, and 4. From 4/6, we are going to take away 3/6. 1, 2, 3. My leftover is 1/6. I have 1/6 left. Shade in 4/6, 4/6. And I'm going to take away 3/6. So here's where I start. 4/6, take away 3/6. 1, 2, 3. 1/3, 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, and I am left with 1/6. On D, we have 1 3/4 minus 2/4. So let's go ahead and shade in our 1 whole. And again, remember when you're subtracting, your denominators stay the same. 1 3/4. So I'm just going to represent, this is what I'm representing, 1 3/4. Now I'm going to take away 2/4. So take away 2/4, 1/4, 2/4. My answer is 1 1/4. I can also write my subtraction sentence this way. Equals 1 whole and 1 out of, and 1 out of 4. Because 3 minus 2 is 1. My denominator stays the same. So 3/4 minus 2/4 is 1/4. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 1/4. Letter E, shade in 7/10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7/10. And subtract 4/10. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I have 1/10, another 10th, and another 10th left over. So I have 3/10 left over. So 7/10 minus 4/10 equals 3/10. 7 minus 4 is 3. My denominator is 10. Letter F, you have 1 whole. Shade in 1 whole. Take away half. So take away half. I have 1/2 left over. So 1 minus 1 over 2 equals 1 over 2. So 1 whole minus half equals half. So if you guys remember, 1 whole is the same as 2 over 2. So it's like you're subtracting 2 over 2 minus 1 over 2 equals 1 over 2. Okay, 2 and 2/3. So I'm going to shade in 2 whole. That's what I'm shading in. 2 whole. 1, 2. And 2/3. 1/3, 2/3. And we are going to take away 1 whole. This is telling us to take away 1 whole and 1/3. So let's take away our third. And then let's take away 1 whole. What do I have left? I have 1 whole and 1 out of 3. So let's go ahead and write that down. 2 and 2/3 minus 1 and 1/3 equals, we took away 1/3. 2/3 minus 1/3 equals 1/3. And then 2 whole minus 1 whole left us with 1 whole. So my answer is 1 whole and 1 out of 3. Same thing here. 2/3 minus 1/3 equals 1/3. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Letter H, we have 1 whole and 1/4. So here is 1 whole and 1/4. So how many am I going to take away? 3/4. 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 1 over 4 minus 3 over 4 equals 2 over 4. So 1 over 4 minus 3 over 4 equals 2 over 4. So in this problem, it can be represented as, you can turn this one, your mixed number, into an improper fraction. How many pieces are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can write this as 5 over 4 minus 3 over 4. 5 minus 3 equals 2. And there's my denominator, 4. Letter I through L. So it says, use the information below to answer I through K. Nancy baked a pizza and cut it into 10 equal slices. She and her sister ate 4 slices for lunch. So here's the pizza, and she and her sister ate 4 slices for lunch. So I'm going to go ahead and shade in the slices that they ate for lunch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the shaded area is what they ate. Write an expression to show how to find the fraction of pizza they have left. So first of all, let's write our fraction that they started with. So there's 10 equal pieces. So instead of writing 1 whole, I can write 10 over 10. So 10 over 10 minus, they ate 4 slices, minus 4 over 10 equals, well, let's see how many slices they have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 out of 10 pieces left over. That fraction of the pizza left is 1/10, 2/10, 3 over 10, 4 over 10, 5 over 10, 6 over 10. So 6/10 is left over. The question is, did Nancy and her sister eat more than or less than half the pizza for lunch? So so look at the pizza. What is half of 10? What is half of 10? Because remember, 10 is your whole. Well, half of 10 is 5. And they only ate 4 slices. So did they eat more than or less than half the pizza for lunch? So they ate less than half. Okay. Explain how you know. Well, we know because 5 over 10 is half of 10 over 10. And they ate 4 over 10, which is less than 5 over 10. Okay, letter L. Sylvia bought 10 over 12 yards of silk ribbon for a tablecloth. She used 7/12 of the ribbon for the trim. How much ribbon did Sylvia have then? So we know that our denominator is 12. So we're going to go ahead and label these 1/12, 2/12, 3 over 12, 4 over 12, 5 over 12. Okay, and only up to 10 over 12 because that's how many, well, we can keep on going. 11 over 12 and then 12 over 12, right? So she bought 10/12 of a yard. So remember what I said, whenever you have a number line, draw a fraction bar above it. And then you're going to break it apart using the tick marks that are given to you on the number line. And it says that she bought 10/12. So we're going to shade in up to 10 over 12, which is right here. So that's what she had. So she bought 10/12 and she used 7/12 of the ribbon for the trim. So let's go ahead and count back 7/12. So 7. So here's where she started. So then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here at 3/12. So my answer is, how much ribbon did Sylvia have then? Well, she has 3/12 left. We can also show it by crossing it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She used 7/12 for the trim, and she had 3/12 left.